Yeah, driver success. Yeah, this is driver success. Sharing my life, it's as real as it gets. Keep my faith in my creator, he is my navigator. So tell me if you ready, cause you know I'm rolling steady. A husband, father, Christian and truck driver, telling you my story and the world through my eyes. So keep the faith, let's keep it fresh. And this is driver success. Yeah, let's go.
What's up, friends? It's Moses here from Driver Success. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I'm going to continue with the video that I did last time I posted, and that's because Mr. Smith had some questions, so I'm gonna try and answer those questions. Over-the-road drivers are going to be driving more miles because they are driving all over the place. So they should average at least 25 plus miles a week. And then you have regional drivers, they should be getting at least 800, between 800 and 25 or even more. And then for local drivers, based off of a 5-day week, I'm thinking somewhere between 12 to 1500 a week. But all that is going to depend on the location where they are. It depends on which state they are in. It depends on how busy that location is, because there's a difference between different terminals and different locations. But generally speaking, that is what drivers should be driving in a week. Generally speaking, what I have noticed is that dedicated accounts pay the best. Again, it depends on the dedicated account, and it depends what you do, whether you do a dedicated regional, dedicated over the road, or dedicated local. But dedicated accounts usually pay very good money. There are some dedicated accounts that are so good that people will even get on a waiting list just in case a position opens up. So dedicated accounts are the way to go. Next to the dedicated account, in my opinion, would be a regional intermodal. Those, if you get a good, if you're dispatched well, those can also make you good money. They pay better than local intermodal. Now, that doesn't mean that just because you're a regional driver or an over-the-road driver, you'll be making more than a local driver, because it depends on the work that you put in. It depends on how good you are at what you are doing. If you're not good at knowing how to run your truck, a local driver may end up making more money than you make. Even when we talk of local driving, I'm going to give you an example. I was hired on with another guy here at the Hazmat yard. He is a local driver. We do exactly the same thing, but I will guarantee you that he makes more money than I make. Not because they pay him more than they pay me in any way, but it's because he's more of a hard worker. Ever since I came to JB Hunt, I always work 5 days a week, regardless of the incentives they give. Sometimes they give good incentives, even up to $200, but I've never come in. This friend of mine, he comes in, he works 6 days. Every time there's an incentive, he's sure to get it. If he has an opportunity to work like on a holiday, he will put in the work. So that guy is making more money than I'm making, even though we are doing the exact same thing. So I say that to say that some drivers just think of making more money, but they're not willing to put in the work. So even the work you put in matters. Just because you are a regional driver doesn't mean you'll earn more than a local driver. But as a regional driver, there are more opportunities to make more money than a local driver. I hope that gives you an idea. When it comes to cents per mile, over-the-road drivers and regional drivers get paid more cents per mile than local drivers. The way to look at it is this. It's like this. Say, for example, you had two drivers, a local driver and a regional driver, and they were both intermodal drivers. So we go to the yard, to the rail, pick up a load at the beginning of our shift. The regional driver is probably going, maybe his load is going to take him 500 miles away. During that time, say it takes him 9 to 10 hours to drive the 500 miles. He's going to be paid just to drive that 500 miles in those 10 hours. As a local driver, I'm going to be working and I'm probably going to do maybe 200. So let me say for easy month, I'm going to do 200 miles and maybe 4 loads. Say I do 3 drop and hooks and 1 live load within those 10 miles, right? That means I've been paid for the drops and hooks and 1 live and the miles I've driven, while the other driver has only been paid for the miles. So that's why they pay them a higher rate when it comes to cents per mile, because most of the time they are gonna be driving. With us local drivers, we are gonna be driving and then dropping and hooking up, driving and then going to maybe have a live load or unload, and then we drive. So, for example, right now, they pay me 31 cents per mile. And then for somebody that is regional, I'm not sure how much, but it's maybe like 40 something cents per mile, which means that they're getting more per mile. But at the end of the day, that's because during those hours that he's driving, I am getting paid in other ways, because as local drivers, intermodal local drivers, we get paid by the activity plus the miles, while he is busy being paid by the miles.